Hi, and welcome to Kidney Plugged In. On this episode, Ranita and her mom Sunita are back for part 2 in our series, A Kidney Patient's Journey on Peritoneal Dialysis. Then you'll learn more about how, for close to 60 years, the Kidney Foundation has had a positive impact on millions of Canadians living with or at risk of kidney disease. And meet Kate Chung. She's the Manager of Patient Services at the BC Newcomb branch. And she's here to tell us about the wide variety of programs and services provided at the BC Newcomb branch in support of kidney patients and their caregivers. And we have emergency preparedness tips for dialysis patients in the event of a power outage, wildfire, flood, or even an earthquake, because being prepared can save your life. So make sure to stay tuned, because all of this and more is coming up next, right here on Kidney Plugged In. Previously on Plugged In, mother and daughter duo Sunita and Ranita joined us for part 1 of our series, A Kidney Patient's Journey on Peritoneal Dialysis.
Well, welcome, ladies. Ranita, you were diagnosed before your mom, so why don't we start with you?
In 2015, I was at the theaters one day trying to walk up the stairs. I was short of breath, retaining a lot of water, went into the hospital. The doctors had asked me if I knew I had stage 4 kidney disease. And I said no, and they're like, well, your kidneys are failing. So the nurse came in and told me, you're gonna have to start dialysis.
In January 2020, I got E. coli. And I ended up in the hospital, and I was there for a month. During that time, doctors found out that I'm having kidney failure.
Her root cause of kidney failure is actually due to diabetes. The E. coli is what made her go to the hospital.
So they quickly tried to take action while I was in the hospital. They put me on hemodialysis.
I was like, here goes my life. I'm going to be stuck in a hospital 3 times a week, hooked up to machines. Blood's going to be coming in and out of me. But then when the nurses and doctors told me, you have other options, so they suggested peritoneal dialysis.
I didn't cry that much when I heard about myself, but I cried a lot about my daughter. But then it came to me, if my daughter can, why can't I? She has got a kidney now and she's doing all right. I want to go in that direction. I've been going 3 days for 8 hours per day. After 1 year, they put me on PD. They trained me, and now I'm on PD and I'm loving it. It is so good.
It's just more of a normal lifestyle, I would say, because you do your dialysis overnight. So while you're sleeping, your dialysis is being done. I was still able to go to work a couple days a week. I wasn't attached to a machine. I didn't have to worry about going to the hospital or going to a clinic to feel better.
This is kind of a freedom for me. I have already been to my daughter's house with PD, but hemo I couldn't. I went there, I stayed a couple nights, came back, and I felt so good.
They teach you everything and make sure you're comfortable, and the nurses watch you at the hospital before they send you home. And they have a number, a 24-hour line that you can always call as well.
I had no problem at all. I didn't have to call once.
Mom has a newer machine. I think it's more user-friendly, and anyone can use it because it literally tells you step-by-step what to do, where I had a manual book, old school binder. I had a logbook, and then my nurses would call me every week, and I would have to give them my information over the phone.
They take all the information from your machine. They look at it, and then my nurse adjusts from her office. And your machine, when you turn it on, it pops up, and the machine does everything else.
We continue with part 2 of our interview with Sunita and Ranita next.
One piece I wanted to just learn a little bit more about was that first day at home, that first night at home doing PD. You just, best you can, kind of paint a picture to someone who has no idea what it's going to feel like.
I remember my first day coming home from the hospital with my machine. My mom's machine is probably the size of a printer. It's like probably about this big. Where my machine was literally, I needed my own suitcase. So imagine a full-size suitcase, a large suitcase. That was the size of my machine. So bringing that home for the first time, setting it up, I have my binder with my pages, going step by step. What do I have to do? Obviously, I was nervous. I was scared because you don't want to mess up. It's your body. You don't know what's going on, but then you have to have the confidence, because if you don't have the confidence, you're going to mess up. But I remember step by step, I'm reading the instructions. Okay, step 1, put this solution on top, connect your dots, connect your lines, do everything. But it's intimidating in the beginning because it's obviously something new, but repetition. If you're like constantly, every day you're doing something, it just becomes second nature to you.
Yeah, my machine. Like this is so small. It's like you can use your carry-on. You go on the plane, you put it on top of overhead, and that's it. And there shouldn't be any problem with this machine.
How things change though, just in a short period of time, right?
Yeah.
But both work well, but just the advances and making it more compact. And as you said, Sunita, ready to travel, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just got to deal with the COVID, but ready to travel. Yeah. So Sunita, you were talking about doing dialysis for 4 hours at a time, and we're anxious to get to PD overnight. And I think as we talked, part of the reason behind that is it was to do it manually in case there was a power outage. Have we got that correct?
Yes, it is. First, they train you manually, so that when you do breakfast, lunch, and dinner time, and then last one, the fourth one, you do bedtime, and all night you stay with 7.5 one. So all night you stay. Whenever you get up, that one will be your first one in the morning. Then after lunchtime, 4 hours after, and then dinner time is another 4 hours later, and then bedtime will be the fourth one. You put it on and you sleep all night.
So that would be really reassuring to people, because it might be a question people had. What if the power does go out? How will this work? And so you're trained specifically for that.
Yes, we are. We are trained for that. Like one day, I had to go see the doctor in the hospital, and they told me you have to empty your stomach to go see the doctor, because they were checking my stomach. So I had to empty my 7.5 that I stay with all day. In the morning, I took that off manually. I took it off, went to see the doctor. After I came back, then I put one 7.5 back for the nighttime setup. So I had to put that back on manually. So after I've done that, then I used the machine and then went back regularly.
Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more with Sunita and Ranita.
Life can be unpredictable. Anything from a flood, wildfire, earthquake, or even a pandemic may affect the availability of dialysis services. Being prepared can save your life. Don't wait until an emergency happens. Take the steps to be ready now. Have your copy of the Emergency Preparedness Information for Dialysis Patients booklet on hand and keep it updated with your personal information. Keep a list of your current medications with you and always have at least 3 days' supply on hand. Make an emergency pack. It should last 72 hours. Carry a BC Renal Emergency Wallet card with you. After a disaster strikes, follow these rules to stay safe. Stay at home if you can. If you are hurt, go to a hospital. Begin the emergency renal diet. Wait for instructions. Keep radio, TV, and phone on if possible. Dialysis patients should be prepared to have dialysis day or night or at another dialysis unit. Need help? Go to bcrenal.ca, Health Info, Emergency Preparedness to get started. Download important documents you will need in the event of a disaster. Get prepared. It can save your life.
Excellent kidney health, optimal quality of life, and a cure for kidney disease. For nearly 60 years, this vision has guided the Kidney Foundation of Canada to be a collaborative, inventive, and focused leader, developing programs and services, providing research funding opportunities, and creating awareness campaigns. We've had a positive impact on millions of Canadians living with or at risk of developing kidney disease. The Kidney Foundation has a long-standing history of prioritizing, developing, and supporting Canadian and international efforts in kidney-related research. Canadian researchers can apply for research support through our yearly grant competitions, which support everything from capacity building for new trainees to basic biomedical research, to clinical developments and allied health-focused projects. The Foundation values insight from those impacted by kidney disease, caregivers, partners, and researchers, and ensures that we continue to support and build a research portfolio that is reflective of community needs. The Kidney Foundation participates in and supports partnerships with other foundations and institutions in order to increase our ability to support targeted research areas and increase funding capacity. The Foundation's research program engages those with lived experience throughout the research process, aiming to maintain a patient-focused program which is representative of community priorities. At any given time, the Kidney Foundation can be providing support to over 400 researchers through research grants and partnerships at a large number of institutions across Canada. Within this research portfolio, the Crescent program is daring to boldly reinvent the future of kidney health research training. Collaboratively developed with the Canadian Society of Nephrology and the Canadian Institutes of Health Research, Institute for Nutrition, Metabolism, and Diabetes, the Crescent Early Career Training Program successfully enhances capacity while fostering collaboration and knowledge translation for the next generation of kidney health leaders. As one of the most mature health charities in Canada, the Kidney Foundation has always demonstrated that research is one of our top priorities. Our research program continues to strive for quantifiable change and an end to kidney disease in Canada. This continues to be made possible through the commitment of our researchers and clinicians and the dedication of those directly impacted by kidney disease, their caregivers, and our kidney community. The future of kidney research in Canada is bright. The Kidney Foundation provides much more than research funding and the hope it brings. The Kidney Foundation provides support and educational materials and builds communities so patients know they're not alone. Short-term financial assistance helps bridge gaps in resources when patients need emergency funds. Educational resources include comprehensive patient manuals and a multitude of brochures and fact sheets. Content is produced in partnership with renal and allied health professionals and distributed free of charge through renal units or directly to patients. Peer support gives patients someone to talk to who understands because of their own experience. Webinars and virtual patient forums have proven a popular and effective way to keep people up to date and connected in this unprecedented time. Kidney Community Kitchen aims to make food and cooking as easy and fun as possible for a population that has been told many foods are off limits. We are grateful for the many partners and funders who help us in supporting innovative research and providing crucial services, and we're proud of our ongoing collaborations. Our kidney community is strong. We're stronger because of the engagement and support from people like you. On behalf of those impacted by kidney disease, thank you.
I know when you do PD overnight, sometimes people say you feel more refreshed because the runs are longer. Sometimes people feel that they've got more energy the next day. And physically, as you're doing it at night, it doesn't interrupt your sleep, does it? Like you're able to sleep comfortably while you're doing the PD?
So I would say yes. Everything with something new, there's always an adjustment. So again, the machine, it does its magic. Overnight, it does its magic. Yes, in the morning when you wake up, you feel refreshed. You feel like a new person. Overnight, yes, there can be kinks in your line. There can be a little snag inside, something going on inside where it's not draining out fully. So many different things can happen. So yes, overnight, you do have to adjust a little bit. You may have to adjust your position, your body position, or your wire. There might be a knot in your wire. So there are things that you do have to adjust, but overall, to answer your question, yes, you do feel like a new person in the morning.
If you keep your wires all adjusted and set it where you always put it and sleep the way you sleep, it won't. One day I just turned around towards my husband. The machine beeped and told me, don't, you can't. So I turned around, I said, machine doesn't want to see you. I turned around and it stopped beeping. And also you get freedom to go bathroom. Like if you're going bathroom, the line is so long, you just go normally, just like Just hold it in your hand and you just go to the bathroom. Wash your hands, everything, you come back, collect your wire, put it aside, and go back to sleep.
You read my mind, Sunita. That was going to be my next question. How does that work if you have to get up in the night and use the washroom or get a glass of water or something? I mean, probably you get that organized before you go to sleep, but it's you're not trapped. You can get up if you need to get up.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's not that you're trapped, but yes, you are still connected to the machine. So you only have enough room to go however long your line is.
If you don't have the machine near your washroom, we will just use a line and make it long enough to go to the bathroom.
You can walk around your bedroom. You can walk to the bathroom. You can walk back. So yeah, you do have that freedom as well.
And it sounds like overall it's a pretty smooth process with lots of support.
I would tell people, once you go into this machine, it gives you freedom, plus it is so easy to use.
Gather your treatment solutions according to your program.
It tells step by step, anything goes on at night, it will beep, and you read the instruction on the screen. It tells you what's going on, or it speaks actually. It says your patient line is off, you move your position or do whatever, it explains it to you. So that makes it very easy. I love this machine. It is very, very easy, and I'm ready to travel with it. And there is a 24-hour number which you can call, and somebody comes on the phone and guides you like what's the problem is. So they will tell you, you work with them, and they won't go off the line until your problem is fixed.
Hey honey, I lost the list for Jason's birthday thing. Obviously hamburger, cakes. No, not hamburger cakes. Hamburgers and cake. And buns, sausage.
Okay. Ooh, eye candy.
Is it a full moon tonight? People are being weird. And don't forget to make the Facebook event private this time. Okay, bye.
Can you imagine losing most of something without realizing it? Over time, kidney disease can destroy up to 80% of kidney function before you notice any symptoms. Talk to your family doctor to see if you're at risk and need to be screened. It could save your life.
Have you been newly diagnosed with kidney disease? Everyone's case is unique, but you are not alone. Many people can still find themselves overwhelmed when they are first diagnosed. For some individuals, it can be difficult to find answers to all the questions and issues they're facing. The Kidney Foundation of Canada is here to help navigate what living with kidney disease means for you. We can provide you with information, refer you to relevant educational resources, clinics, or other services, and offer emotional support. Check out the programs, services, peer support, and resources that are offered in your region. As a newly diagnosed kidney patient, you have just received a lot of information and it can all be overwhelming. So here's a few answers to common questions that you may have.
I have reduced kidney function. What does that mean exactly?
To be diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, you likely had blood work done that indicated your creatinine was a bit high and your eGFR was a bit low. These are the 2 kidney function tests. There are 5 stages of CKD, and all of this can be confusing. Call the local branch of the Kidney Foundation to speak to patient services staff and gain perspective on your own particular kidney situation. In BC or the Yukon, call 1-800-567-8112. The Kidney Foundation offers manuals and brochures that are available for free to either download off the website or to have mailed directly to you.
What foods can I eat?
Most meal plans for kidney patients are based upon the stage of the disease and the results of the person's blood tests. Ask your doctor if you need to limit or augment any minerals like potassium or phosphorus in your diet. You need to understand what your own nutritional needs are, and the staff of the Kidney Foundation branch may be able to assist with this. The Kidney Community Kitchen is a great online resource once you know what your dietary needs are.
Who can I talk to?
Please contact program staff at the Kidney Foundation to discuss your situation. Also, there is a peer support program if you would like to talk to someone who has been through a diagnosis of kidney disease.
How can the Kidney Foundation help me?
The Kidney Foundation have many programs and services that can help you navigate your new diagnosis. Although everyone's case is unique, remember that you are not alone. The Kidney Foundation is here to help. You may reach us by calling 1-800-567-8112.
Let's see. So, kidney is These are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn.
I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Hi, I'm Kate Chong, Manager of Patient Services for the Kidney Foundation, and this is Did You Know? Did you know that many people are unaware of the programs and services designed to support kidney patients and their caregivers here in British Columbia? Our short-term financial assistance program is in place to provide financial support to kidney patients at a time of crisis or when there has been an unexpected expense. The Kidney Foundation recognizes that many of the expenses associated with kidney disease are borne directly by patients and their families, and that often financial hardships is an additional stressor in their lives. Renal social workers may apply for grants for their low-income patients for unexpected household expenses, extraordinary travel, and other pressing needs. Any patient in BC or the Yukon who needs a kidney transplant must travel to Vancouver for transplant surgery and recovery. This usually entails remaining in Vancouver for about 2 months post-surgery. In order to support these patients, the BC and Yukon branch has established 7 kidney suites. These fully furnished units are free for 8 weeks for low-income patients and just $35 per night for those above the financial threshold. We have made sure to offer accommodation for a variety of demographics. There's a 3-bedroom townhouse for families, a child-friendly 2-bedroom near the St. Paul's Transplant Hospital, and even a suite that caters to the most senior population. Our branch offers a number of brochures and manuals that are available for free. Most popular are the Living with Reduced Kidney Function and Living with Kidney Failure, often distributed to kidney patients through the kidney care clinics. They are also available to individuals. Kidney patients and their caregivers can always call the Patient Services Department and chat with a staff member who can answer their kidney-related questions. Although staff are not providing medical advice, they are there to assist patients with questions about their kidney diagnosis, diet-related questions, to explain lab test results, and to direct callers to other appropriate resources. Kidney Connect is a telephone-based peer support program available to all kidney patients and their caregivers. People can request to be matched with a trained peer support to discuss a variety of topics, from dialysis choices to lifestyle issues to concerns about being newly diagnosed. The Kidney Foundation supports organ donation. To this end, we provide a reimbursement program for anyone who decides to be a living donor, kidney donor, or a liver donor. LODERP stands for Living Organ Donor Expense Reimbursement Program and aims to ensure that there is no financial barrier to being a living donor. Transplant social workers can provide more information and forms to candidates, or living donors can contact us directly. Another way that we support living donors is through our Living Donor Mentor Program. 13 trained supporters who have been living kidney donors themselves are standing by and waiting to talk to any potential living kidney donor who may have questions about the process. All demographics are covered, as we've trained both women and men of all ages and geographical locations, some who have been anonymous donors, some who have donated to their children, parents, and some who've donated to a spouse of a friend. Each summer, the branch provides a summer camp opportunity for young kidney patients. All camp fees are covered by us, and children from all over BC and Yukon can enjoy a week of fun activities at Camp Latona on Gambier Island. We recognize the importance for children to spend time with others with similar kidney issues in a safe camp environment supported by nursing staff at BC Children's Hospital. Currently, the branch is offering 4 pilot initiatives that will be evaluated at the end of 2021 or mid-2022. We very much support patients who want to train to do home dialysis therapies and believe that there should be no financial burden to deter them. To this end, we offer the Northern Travel Pilot Program designed to cover accommodation and travel costs for those in Northern BC who need to travel to Prince George. All patients are eligible. There is no financial criteria. Similarly, we support kidney patients from Vancouver Island who need to travel to Nanaimo for home dialysis or peritoneal dialysis training by offering the Kidney Condo, a fully furnished 2-bedroom apartment close to the hospital. Again, there's no financial assessment for a stay here, and this residence is booked through a renal social worker. Many patients who are being assessed for a kidney transplant find themselves in a position where they may not move ahead with the process until they have a clean bill of health from their dentist. Unfortunately, some patients are unable to fulfill this requirement due to finances. We believe that no patient should be denied a transplant because they are low income. Consequently, we offer the Dental Pilot Initiative, whereby we will pay dentists directly for work done on qualifying kidney patients. And lastly, in collaboration with BC Renal, the Blood Pressure Monitor Initiative was developed. Any low-income patient who is affiliated with a kidney care clinic here in BC can access a free home blood pressure monitor, as the importance of home monitoring is recognized by all. We are here to help. Please reach out to us directly with any questions or speak to your social worker. And now you know.
It's easy to be a community hero for the Kidney Foundation with Return Express. Just bring your unsorted beverage containers in a sealed clear plastic bag to your local Return It Express depot or kiosk. Print your tags with account number kidney cans, stick them on the bags, and leave them in the designated area. Return It Express will sort, count, and refund your deposit to the Kidney Foundation BC and Yukon account. It's that easy. Find out more at kidney.ca/kidneycans.
Hello, nice to be here. Nice to be here.
These are great bloopers. And then it just led me to think, Deb.
In order to support these patients, the BC and Yukon branch has established. Oh, I can't do it. Oh. Yeah, I gotta do that one. I was gonna
We'll cut it there.
I was gonna say 7 sweets. And now you know. And now you know. And now you know. That was maybe a little over the top.